You may or may not know what touch tennis is, but either way, you're going to enjoy this video, as today I'm going to be sharing with you my very first televised touch tennis match. I don't think I need to explain what touch tennis is, as it's pretty self-explanatory when you watch the video, but if you've got any questions about it, pop a comment below and I'll get back to you. Anyway, enough of me talking, let's watch the video.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to the National Tennis Centre here in Roehampton as we look forward to the Pascal Hooser British Masters, following on from the hugely successful Unilee Masters in Portsmouth earlier in the year. And the question today is whether anyone can beat the machine Simon Roberts. 96 players are in the draw, all hoping to lift this prestigious trophy. And I'm delighted to say that once again, myself, Adam Fielder and Mikey Pereira are in the commentary box.
15.
And we join this at the quarter-final stage. And the first match we're going to focus on is Ashley Neves taking on Matt Pearce. We are a little late to the coverage. Matt Pearce has won the opening game, so he leads by a game to love. And Mikey, another terrific tournament and another great day in prospect.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be back. Great to be back in the fold with you, Adam, alongside you. And yes, we've really enjoyed watching the rounds up until this quarter-final. And this is a really good quarter-final, I think, to get things started off. Neves against Pearce, two consistent players on the tour. And, well, Pearce has had a good start. We'll see if he can make it 2 games in a row.
Yeah, the reason we're a little delayed is we've just had a marathon match, haven't we, just before
30.
this one, in the last 16 stage. I think it was Ed Percival against Stu Searle, so this is why we're just a little delayed coming to this one. But you wouldn't be entirely surprised whether this went the same way.
That's a lovely shot. Just catching out Pearce. Ashley Neves with the recognisable hair. I've seen a few people with man buns.
We have, yeah. Elliot Seabrook, of course. He's someone that we're not. I think Elliot Seabrook is carrying an injury. We saw him earlier. What did you say?
The poster boy.
The poster boy, the magician. Yeah, we saw him with his right sock off earlier on, so I think he may well just be suffering with a right ankle injury.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to bring you 2 quarter-final matches in the open draw. We're also going to bring you the 2 semi-final matches, and also, of course, the 2 finals, one in the open draw, and of course the women's final as well, where Selena Coburn, of course, who was so impressive in Portsmouth, looking to win once again.
Yeah,
so one game all out here.
Just back on Selena Coburn, just on the women's side of things, she is the big favourite, and well, we expect to see her again in the final.
Yeah, it was a very one-sided final, wasn't it, earlier on in Portsmouth against Jodie Adams. So I wonder if anyone can pressure her a little bit more this year. Now, the big server
15.
is Ashley Neves, very much like Elliot Seabrook, who we saw in Portsmouth. Of course, some of the main differences in the rules, you've just
40,
seen
15.
something happen just there. If you serve and it clips the top of the net and goes in, then it does count. Every player just gets 1 serve. As soon as you've tossed it up, you have to hit it as well.
Yeah, that's the game for Neves. Confirmation there from the umpire.
2 games to 1, first set.
And also the sets are only first to 4 games, rather than the normal tennis, of course, where it's first to 6. So first to 4 games. If it's 4 games all, we then go to a tie break, which is first to 5 points. And if it's 4 points all in that tie break, then a deciding point is played, with the receiver, of course, choosing which side to receive from.
Yeah, it's tough, that. It's one of the key things about this sport. There's absolutely no chance to settle. I mean, you have to get straight into it or a set's gone.
Yeah.
So these guys need to start quickly. Neves has done well.
Love. Yeah.
There it is again, just clipping the net on the way through. Little apology from Pearce there. 72nd in the world, Matt Pearce at the moment, 26 years of age. Oh, it's a great rally. Best rally of the match so far. He is choosing to come forward. Nice volley there. Just about did enough with it.
Yeah, I like that play. Coming forward to the net, being aggressive, taking things on.
So 40 love. Pretty close in the early stages here. Nothing too much separating them.
Out. 40-15.
Plenty of people here as well supporting. More and more people coming through the door. And that goes long, so
Game,
Pierce holds fairly comfortably. 2 games all now in this opening set.
It's a great event, not just for the players, the spectators. There's so much to do around these events. I mean, just looking outside, we can see that there's a mini golf tournament set up. There's scale electrics. There's all sorts of stuff to keep you entertained. Had a lovely burger as well.
You did.
Good food
We've
here.
been discussing potentially thinking about getting membership here, haven't we, afterwards?
We are thinking about becoming members here, yeah. This glorious club.
It's where a lot of
15 all.
the professional tennis players also practice. We've seen Katie Swan and James Ward.
Yeah.
They obviously come here to practice.
Out.
Opened by the Queen as well,
15,
so you know it's
30.
good.
Yeah, we saw Katie Swan and James Ward watching some of this tennis, this touch tennis.
30 all.
Yeah, I did think
Interested spectators, yeah.
they may try and wangle their way into the draw, perhaps, but not sure Rash would allow it.
30-40. Game,
And there's the
Pierce.
break. So it's Pierce who makes the first move in the opening
Leads
set.
3 games to 2,
And he
first
will be
set.
serving forward in a couple of moments' time at 3-2.
Sam, it's going to be that end.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, it's just wide.
Love 15.
Ashley Neves, good player. He can mix it with the best, but he's also been on the wrong end of a golden set, which is, well, something that not many people will let him forget, I'm sure.
No, that's where you don't win a point in the entire set, so
It's a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
a little
15
bit.
all.
Little soul destroying. Good overhead. We saw in Portsmouth just a couple of months ago the importance of trying to come forward to the net in touch tennis.
30,
Adam
15.
Hassan took on Simon Roberts in the final. He used it really effectively, actually, in the early stage of that final. He won the first set. He won a break-up in the second set as well. And then Simon Roberts, as he so often does, finds a way to work it out and find a way past Adam Hassan, which he did.
Yeah, just a
40,
bit wild this
15.
from Neves, and Pierce has the opportunities now. Just been a little untidy this from Neves. And Pierce can strike here. That's
And
away.
again,
Pierce.
just what you were saying, Mikey, erratic from Neves, and the first set goes the way of
4
Pierce.
games to 2.
Fairly convincingly as well, and well, if Neves doesn't sort out his consistency behind the ground strokes, then this quarter-final could be over fairly swiftly, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps finding these errors, it's a one-way ticket out of here. He's got to stop these quickly. Matt Pierce will just say, thank you very much, I'll have that. That's an extra point, no problem.
I'm going to quickly jump in and thank you for watching this video and remind you that if you haven't subscribed, now is the time to do so. Many thanks.
And like you were saying, the coming forward to the net, we saw Hassan doing that so well against Simon Roberts. In that final, remember that final, he was just so surprised, Simon Roberts. We thought, okay, these two are going to baseline, grind it out. But in the first set, Hassan coming forward and just played such a good set of tennis, surprised everyone, and in particular Simon Roberts. But that's all to come. Our focus here, Neves Pearce, and Neves with another mistake.
And Hassan Roberts got to the final here 12 months ago as well, and just like the final in Portsmouth, Hassan took the opening set, and Roberts had to find a way to come back, which he did again. Yeah, it's one of the best points of the match that Pearce has constructed. Again, just working his way forward.
15 all.
And the defensive lob just wasn't quite good enough from Neves. An easy overhead again.
Love 30, sorry. Love 40.
Well, Pearce did, he left school when he was 16 years of age. Tried to make it as a professional tennis player. He competed at men's level on the Brit Tour and played some futures events for 5 years as well.
Game, second set.
Didn't quite happen, and I suppose that's the beauty of touch tennis, isn't it? That if it doesn't quite happen, if you want to try and make it in tennis, you always have this to try and make it on as well. So
yeah. There are skills that you can transfer very easily, very comfortably, and it's all about the touch. It sounds stupid to say that, but it's all about the touch in touch tennis. It's not about power. It is about being clever, playing the ball around the court, and trying to work it out, work every point out. That's exactly what Matt Pearce is doing at the moment.
Out.
Just long there from
Love
Pearce.
15.
yeah, it is very difficult to overpower an opponent, isn't it, in touch tennis? You see the likes of Elliot Seabrook with the big serve.
Yep.
But, yeah, really, when the rally is then in play, it's very difficult to hit winners past players because of obviously the softness of the ball, and it's just really difficult.
Well, there's
Was the ball just split in half there, I think?
Not sure what happened there. Just broke. Ball's made of foam.
Yeah, we do need hoovers.
Yep.
We've seen the vacuum cleaners around the place. After every match, the vacuum will just come on because the ball does shred a little bit throughout.
Well covered. Not a lot of space there for Neves to try and get past
15 all.
Pearce, but Pearce was there to cover it anyway. He does well at that. He really does dominate the net. Just says, try and pass me. No chance.
Yeah, well, the courts are so small as well, obviously. You're quite an
13,
imposing
15.
figure if you come forward. Not a huge amount of space to try and manoeuvre the ball past. And, of course, with the court being shorter in length as well, not easy to lob either. Yeah, I think it's a really good play coming forward.
40, 15.
Oh, this is rapidly getting away from Neves. Needs to turn this around. That's an
40,
error from
30.
Pearce. 3 point, of course, it is just the one serve. If you get it out, it's a point to your opponent.
Yeah, Ashley Neves, one of many players who play the game that live in the Portsmouth area. Likes of Ben Mason, Harry Harris, Scott Ewell, Tasha Bibby, Donna Shepherd, all from that neck of the woods.
Oh, well.
Juice.
Yeah, should have made that.
Deciding point.
So we go to a deciding point.
Juice side.
So the receiver gets to choose which side they decide to receive from. He's chosen the deuce side.
And that is long. This really could be a turning point because Neves has not been in this match at all. And Matt Pearce, 40-15 up, has thrown that game away and he's thrown the racket away.
Yeah, very frustrated. And that's exactly what you want to see as an opponent, don't you? You
Love 15.
look up and you see the racket going flying. It gives you a huge amount of confidence.
When we play, you throw your racket.
Love
I do,
13.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get under your skin.
yeah. You force me into it.
Mental edge.
They have been
Love
playing indoor
40.
and outdoor today. There's a few outdoor courts because there's so many players in the draw.
Come back a bit, Sam.
So obviously the indoor courts, there's just not quite enough courts to get it going. Otherwise we'd be here for days. So I'm not sure whether that would affect players transferring from outdoor then coming indoor. There's been a bit of rain in the air and a bit of wind perhaps, so probably easier to be inside all the time.
Oh, yeah, got it this time. That's a lovely shot. Down the line, whipped it past Neves. And Pearce does sit down at the change of ends with the lead, just his nose in front, 2 games to 1. Yeah, the weather's been okay here in Roehampton today, southwest London. It's been sunny for large parts of the day, but it has just rained a little bit. So, of course, that's the great thing about this sport. I mean, you can play it inside, you can play it outside, you can play it anywhere. Play it in your garden.
Yeah.
That's how Rash started.
He did, yeah.
The creator, the brainchild of this.
Yeah, he wanted a game to play with his daughter. So decided to put a touch tennis court up in their garden, and yeah, that's how it has come to prominence, really. 135 ranking points on offer, by the way, if you lose at the quarter-final stage. £40 as well, prize money. Oh, what a volley that was from Neves. So difficult, that, crouching right into the body, but did so well to get his racket up in time.
Yeah, you say it's grown from Rash's garden. I mean, this year there'll be up to 20 Touch Tennis World Tour events from South Africa, Dubai, to Weybridge.
Yeah, we need to get on the South Africa and Dubai trip, don't we?
Yeah.
That would be nice. And of course, on Sky Sports as well these days, so there'll be a highlights programme in a couple of weeks, I'd imagine. Airs live on Sky quite a few times, actually, as well.
Just doing the business at the moment, Pearce, just going along nicely. It's a little bit of a lull in this particular set, but he's just picking up points with regularity.
Well, wonderful rally. Again, probably the best rally we've seen today. That cross-court forehand from Neves earlier on in the point was sensational. Pearce did very well to get it back. He'll be disappointed to miss the backhand then. Big difference in terms of the world rankings between these two. Neves at 15, Pearce at 72nd, so...
He's better than that, though. Matt Pearce should be higher.
Yeah, when you watch him play like this, it's pretty difficult to envisage how he's ranked so far down. But
you can see the idea. Not a bad idea, but just couldn't execute. And it is another game for Pearce.
Yeah, just one game away now from a semi-final position, and of course if he does reach the semi-finals, more ranking points on offer, and that world ranking of 72 will very swiftly come down, won't it? 225 ranking points on offer for losing in the semi-finals, 350 if you come runner-up, and 500 for the eventual champion. I suppose the big news as well here is that Elliot Mould is here as well. This time he wasn't there in Portsmouth a couple of months ago. Well, that's the
15-14
pitfall of going for the big first serve, isn't it? You only get one chance, and it is gifted Pearce 2 match points.
There goes one of them.
14.
I suppose he technically has still 2 more match points with the deciding point on offer if it goes to deuce.
Oh, that's exactly why you go for a big serve, because that was almost unplayable, unreturnable.
Well, it's impressive, isn't it? Under pressure there, he knew if he missed that serve, he was out.
Yeah.
Didn't bother him. Yeah, those are some stunning points under pressure there from Neves, and he does really well. He manages to save 3 match points And he fights on in this quarter-final match. He still trails by a set and 3 games to 2.
Love 15. Yeah. 15 all.
Yeah, it was just
15,
long.
30.
So he's allowing Neves back in here, Pearce, isn't he?
Did not see this coming at all. I mean, this is a real route back in for Neves.
Yeah, amazing how quickly things can turn around. Just like we saw in Portsmouth in that final, it looked as though Adam Hassan was absolutely cruising to victory.
Good serve, really good serve under pressure. Rains it down at pace. On to 30 all we go. He's a couple of points away from the finish line.
Oh, that's a beautiful point. We haven't seen too many players serve volley today. But I think he had to come forward. Such was the quality of that first serve. So 40-30. He has another match point. Oh, has it crept through? No, it hasn't. It's into the net.
Pearce.
And Matt Pearce survives. Neves did his best to try and come back, but in the end, Pearce was just good enough.
4-2.
And he books his spot into the semi-final. A straight sets victory, 4-2, 4-3 over Ashley Neves. He played well, Mikey.
It's a very good win, and Pearce made that look pretty comfortable, I think, throughout. Neves was trying to play catch-up, couldn't quite manage it, and Pearce will be absolutely delighted to waltz through to the semi-finals. That's where he is now. And who knows, he might have every chance of winning this.
Absolutely. So that's the first quarter-final match done. We've got another quarter-final match coming up very shortly indeed. So do not go anywhere.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a little bit different to my normal content, but I thought you might like to see me competing in a different arena outside of the tennis court. As you can see, most of the skills that are needed in touch tennis are very similar to what you need on the tennis court. Unfortunately for me, my opponent managed to play better throughout the whole match. I went through peaks and troughs of playing some good touch tennis and some bad touch tennis. Even though the result went the wrong way, I had a lot of fun in that match. It was really cool to have such a professional video set up and to be streamed on television. Thanks again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.